you tell I like pinks?
Yeah.
Okay. The difference between gel and acrylic. A lot of salons will tell you that they're doing gel because it's the new buzzword in the industry, gel, 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 gel polish, gel nails, when they're really doing acrylic. So this gooey, thick substance is gel. When applied to the nail, in order for it to polymerize, it needs to be inserted into either an LED light or a UV light in order to harden. And the hardening process is called the polymerization. Now, the difference between acrylic and gel is that in order for acrylic to polymerize, is you have to have an acrylic liquid, which is called the monomer, and the acrylic powder is called the polymer. Monomer, polymer. The monomer absorbs up into the bristles of the brush. We insert at a 45-degree angle and pull slightly towards us to get the powder to adhere to the bristles of the brush. And when you sit it on the nail plate and press it into place, and it hardens by air drying, that is its polymerization process. So that is acrylic. And gels come in different consistencies. This one is a builder gel, so it's a little bit harder or a little bit thicker. So you can see how when I put it in, it'll actually bend the bristles of the brush to pick it up. So it's a little bit more difficult to manipulate.
Mm-hmm.
But when you sit it on a nail, and I'm only doing this for demonstration purposes because I've not properly prepped my nail. But you can see this thick substance. I'm going to wipe this off. I'm not going to stick it in a lamp to cure. Doing this backwards is a little weird too. So you can see you can add thickness to a nail. You can manipulate it, you can move it around, you can do whatever you want to it because it's not going to harden until you insert it into a UV or gel lamp depending on the manufacturer's specifications. And runnier, like when the viscosity is thinner, it may run. The builder gel usually tends to stay where you put it. So if you want to manipulate it, you just use the slightest pressure, touch it, and then drag it to where you want it to be.
After you cure that, you can still file that just the same.
Yeah, they're a lot softer. They're very easy to file. It's not necessary, like people will say, oh, well, you know, they want to remove bulk from an acrylic nail. If you apply acrylic properly, you don't ever have to remove bulk. A nail should look very natural, but have enough in the proper locations of the apex area and where the free edge meets the natural nail.
Mm-hmm.
To create strength so it doesn't just have a stress line and then crack right across where the acrylic meets the natural nail. But acrylic is a more resilient substance. So it is, I don't want to say stronger because gel is a very strong substance as well, but you can feel the difference when you file it. Gel files away very easily. It makes this really fine powdery substance, and acrylic particles are a little bit heavier and thicker.
Do you have a preference?
Well, here's the thing. Gel is temperamental to temperature changes, and so is acrylic. In the wintertime, acrylic can crystallize because it's too cold, and then you have this weird substance on the top of the nail that gets filed away. So sometimes when you thought you had thickness just right, it's not, because then you file away that crystallized surface and it's a little bit thinner than you thought it was going to be. So in the winter time, I'll use gel because gel isn't temperamental to anything like that. In the summertime, when it's really hot, gel's more flexible. If you went and you bent an acrylic nail, it's gonna snap, but a gel nail, if you bend it, it is gonna have a little bit of give, just a little bit. You know, so if somebody has really bendy nails and really flexible nails, gel may stay on them better because every time they touch something, their nail bends. And if they have acrylic on their nail and touch something, it's just gonna crack it away. It's gonna disturb the bond in between the natural nail and the acrylic, but the gel gives just enough to allow it to still be adhered to the nail. All right, let's wipe this off. When we talk about polymerization, it needs a trigger to actually cause it to harden, which for gel, the trigger is the light, and for acrylic polymer, it is the monomer. So this isn't going to turn into the catalyst that's going to turn into the plastic until it's mixed with the monomer. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my channel. You can visit my social media sites to follow and interact, and I would really appreciate it so much if you would click that share button and share your favorite videos to help me grow my channel. Here are some other great video suggestions for you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.